Hi. Just a few things here. Oh, hey now. Um. Hey. Hi. This is clearly not going to be a daily thing, and I'm going to start being honest with myself about that. I live in Austin, Texas, and we just got through that crazy snowstorm. And I was thinking about some stuff, and I think that the snowstorm is what caused this. Damn, I don't mean, it doesn't matter what I look like. Okay, so I wanted to talk about a concept. I don't think I've talked about this yet on here, but it's something that I talk about a lot with friends and people that I have these conversations with. But it's a theory that, I'm probably not the first person to think of, but it's something that I thought of myself, was the pendulum. The theory of a pendulum across, like, pretty much all aspects of anything.
Is that your last watch load, or you have another?
The idea that you go far in any direction and you're bound to come back. Sort of a movement of concepts and ideas going like this. Social norms being over here, whether they be family oriented and then individualistic, right? They sort of like to swing back and forth, and you can see it a lot in social norms and social aspects and politics and agendas. I don't really mean to make any specific whatever. Anyway, the idea of the pendulum. And you can sort of actually see it in like stocks. Oh gosh, I'm so weird. When something is really high or like moved really far in a direction, the pressure and the upside, or the pressure is a different way. The pressure is now down. When something goes really low, there's a lot of upside and ability for it to go up, and when something goes really high, there's a lot of open air and under it, and it has easy ability of coming back. I don't know. I'm trying to give examples and set it up, but really it just takes one word, and it's a pendulum. Everything's a pendulum. As you move really far one way, it becomes very easy and conducive to coming back the other way. But the time that it comes back is when you reach critical or break points on one side. Okay, that's the pendulum concept. I thought of it on the biggest scale I've ever thought of it ever, and it's just humanity. We've moved so far from center of nature. And I know that's like, oh, we gotta be good with nature, and we do. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I was even thinking, this is where the thought train came from. I was thinking about, like, imagine if you built like a bunker. Okay, here was the train. I thought of a bunker because of this crazy shit that just happened. I thought of people in line at Costco because they needed like baby formula, water, etc. And I thought about stocking that bunker. And then I thought of, how do you build a bunker that doesn't degrade over time? And then I thought, there's no fucking way, because that's not how nature works. Even if you built like a treehouse out of trees in the forest and tried to build it like in tune with the trees would at some point, or not the trees, but nature would at some point take it back down. It would just bring it back to center of, the nature that was there. And that is so important to realize. That's so important to realize, because that shows you what reality is. And unless we as humans have changed reality entirely, we are fighting against the forces of the center constantly, just to continue what we're doing, right? So you build that treehouse, right? No matter what, the nature will slowly bring it back down to truth, reality, right? You build a house, a farm, And if you don't tend to it or fight the forces, it'll come right back to center, right? To source energy, to origin. You build skyscrapers and overpopulation and off-balancing ecosystems and all of this. And unless we as humans have changed reality at its core, which we haven't, and I don't believe we have, who knows? I don't know the truth, but I don't believe we've changed the utter fabric of reality. It will always return to center and maybe even go past, right? This is a watch I'm gonna take it off. This is a watch my high school girlfriend gave me, and I haven't changed the battery once actually, and it's within 1 minute. If you really care to, you can see that it is within 1 minute, and it's still ticking. For reference, that's all of college, 4 years, and maybe like a year and a half of high school, and I'm a year out of college now. Almost a year out of college. Timex. That's an ad. This video is sponsored by Timex. Oh, but that kind of goes against my point. But at some point, this watch will stop ticking, if not tended to, will crumble to dust, and the metals will return, and the leather will return to the ground and be fed on by worms or whatever the hell. I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, what would the pendulum look like in this concept of we've opened the bubble of humanity, and when it comes back to center, does it go past, or is it more of a like that? I don't know. Maybe the pendulum would be that the forests would overgrow to overcompensate for all the time that they've missed, but also to become more solid and secure in their environment because they realized how damaged they became. Anyway, that was my thought today. That's what I wanted to share. And the idea was like, I want to invest in nature because the upside on humanity is like kaput. The upside on humanity at this point, like, imagine it as it's a stock that's gone up 5,000% in a very short amount of time. The upside is very low, and it would be a miracle for it to. Anyway, I don't mean to be a doomsday person. I'm not a doomsday person. I am optimistic. But anyway, that's so weird. I'm getting a phone call, and my thought is over. I love you all. Have a good day.